broadcast is sponsored by DeMayo Law Offices, representing Carolinians since 1992. Live from Charlotte, this is WBTV News on your side.
Hot and very humid this holiday weekend with scattered afternoon and evening storms expected through Independence Day. We'll have your first alert forecast straight ahead.
And we're following multiple breaking news stories overnight that left one person dead and 4 people in the hospital.
If I knew this about 4 or 5 years ago, I'd save every dime that I could get my hands on.
Fireworks aren't the only thing exploding this weekend. You'll be shelling out more money for your cookout at your local grocery store. This morning, which items are seeing the biggest jump in prices? Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Lileana Pearson in for Caroline Hicks.
And I'm meteorologist Becca Birdsall. It is the holiday weekend.
Yes.
Of course, everybody has plans to get out there, and it's not going to be a washout this weekend, but we are expecting scattered afternoon and evening storms every single day through your July 4th, which is actually pretty typical. We normally see that for this time of year. Are expecting the heat and humidity to really build for the afternoon. High temperatures near the lower 90s with heat index values feeling more like the mid to upper 90s. Of course, we have some changes. We have a newly formed tropical storm Colin, and actually this is a loop of the past 18 hours. Started out as a very disorganized system, started to reorganize late last night and early this morning, which is why it got that name. Also reached maximum sustained winds of about 40 miles per hour. Now, most of the heavier bands of rain and showers and thunderstorms are just off the coast of Charleston, so they're over water. That's going to be good news, but could see some areas of localized flooding as well as some dangerous rip currents to parts of the East Coast. For us here, high temperatures for Saturday and Sunday will be near 91 degrees with that better chance for some scattered afternoon and evening storms for Sunday and into Monday with some building heat expected. But we will be breaking down that forecast and the future cast for you coming up a little bit later. Back to you at the desk.
Becca, thank you. And make sure that you stay on top of weather with your WBTV weather app. It has live interactive radar, an hour-by-hour forecast, and more to help you stay ahead of any bad weather. We're following breaking news that happened while you were sleeping. Take a look at this video sent to us from a viewer showing the fiery aftermath of a crash. We showed this video to you exclusively this morning, and all lanes right now are open after that crash. It happened at I-85 northbound near exit 46A. According to Charlotte Fire Department, the tractor trailer you see in that video overturned and caught on fire. You can see just how intense those flames were as crews worked to put them out. We are told one person is dead and 2 others were rushed to the hospital with serious injuries from the crash. This is video our photojournalist Emmett Head sent to us from the scene just after 3 this morning. And more breaking news overnight. 2 people are fighting for their lives in the hospital after a shooting in Southwest Charlotte. Take a look at your screen. This is video our team captured last night of Charlotte-Mecklenburg police placing evidence markers and looking into a car that had bullet holes in the side. The shooting investigation happened just after 11 o'clock off Nations Ford Road. We've reached out to CMPD to learn more details about what happened leading up to the shooting. Of course, we're going to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. New this morning, an Iredell County man wanted for murder has turned himself in. This all started late last night when officers found 31-year-old Sean Darnell Wren Jr. dead inside a home along 5th Street in Statesville. Police issued an arrest warrant for Carl Anthony Cathy. That's who you see on your screen there. He was wanted for murder. This morning, we have learned that Cathy turned himself in overnight. He's now being held in the Iredell County Jail without bond, and he is charged with murder. Now, an update here in Uptown this morning. We now know the name of a young man who was killed in Uptown last week. This morning, police are looking for whoever shot him. He's been identified as 19-year-old Caleb Haggins. The shooting happened around 9 o'clock last Friday night on West Trade Street. Police say Haggins and one other person were shot. Then they were driven to the transit center in Uptown. Haggins was pronounced dead at the scene. The second person was taken to the hospital. Police have not arrested anyone in this case. Charlotte-Mecklenburg police need your help finding a missing man. Take a close look at your screen. Douglas Ace Coker. He was last seen Monday in the area of Otter Creek Drive. He's believed to be driving a black Toyota Camry, just like the one you see on your screen there. It has an Ohio license plate on it. It's going to read DSR 9257. Of course, his family members are very concerned for his safety. If you've seen Coker, you're asked to call 911. Beyond the forecast, we're on your side helping you navigate your 4th of July weekend. From fireworks, cookouts, and travel, we've got you completely covered. There are a lot of public fireworks celebrations planned for this weekend, and on Monday, we're on your side, making sure you know about some of the biggest ones. So, Carowinds has a fireworks show. It's going to be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It starts at 9:30 p.m., and you can see it from outside the park, but remember, do not park on the side of the interstate to watch it. You're going to want to make sure you're staying safe. And Optimist Hall has a Star-Spangled Saturday planned. That's going to be tonight. It has festivities, food, and live music. They recommend that you take the Lynx Blue Line since parking's limited. Fireworks will be at 9:30. And the city of Gastonia will have its 4th of July celebration on Monday. There will be food trucks, live music, and a kids zone. It's on North South Street. Fireworks will also start at 9:30. If you've gone to buy food recently, maybe for a cookout this weekend, you've probably had some sticker shock because they're costing quite a bit more. On the whole, the American Farm Bureau says you're going to pay 17 cents more for your favorite foods this weekend compared to this time last year. Our Nikki Hauser was at a grocery store talking to shoppers as they noticed those jumps in prices.
There's frustration in the checkout line because numbers don't lie.
I tell you, it's rough out here right now.
If I knew this about 4 or 5 years ago, I'd save every dime that I can get my hands on.
At Giant Penny in Charlotte.
Yeah, I cannot buy it. I love ice cream.
Elisa Hill and Adrian Good
It ain't quite like a year or two ago. It was a little bit cheaper.
are paying way more for meat, chicken, wine, and other 4th of July staples this year.
Yeah, it's really outrageous. The only thing cheap in my budget is the garlic bread. Everything else is just sky high. Even a pack of beef bologna, even a little Lunchable for a child.
$2.
It's outrageous.
Some of them almost double the price.
Not only the store's owner,
It's hard for some, for the low-income people, have a nice holiday without meat.
but the American Farm Bureau, with data from a countrywide survey, says you'll be paying about $70 for a typical family cookout. That's nearly 17% more than last year, mostly for meat, but you can see a whole lot more is on this list. A sobering reality for all kinds of shoppers
It affects me because I'm on a fixed income now.
as they go to check out.
I shouldn't have to go to one store and then to another store and another store just to get all my needs.
I mean, it's already hard for us to feed our kids, let alone ourselves. It just don't make no sense.
That was our Nikki Hauser reporting. Nikki, thank you. And this kind of thing is happening across the board in all grocery stores. The one piece of good news, the Farm Bureau does say sliced cheese and potato chips have dropped a couple of cents, so a little bit of a silver lining there for your weekend plans. Pfizer is looking for FDA approval on its COVID-19 antiviral medication Paxlovid. This morning, we're taking a closer look at how the medication could reduce the risk of hospitalization or death. And we've all been feeling it, the heat. It's summer, which means you're going to be using your AC units more than ever. This morning, we're on your side with how you can avoid overheating while staying cool. And this morning, we are always on your side. You're watching WBTV News Saturday morning.